Come on in, come on in. Welcome, 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 guys. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Welcome to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on the Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter. And we're live on TikTok behind the scenes. This is our Thirsty Thursdays. We have a whole assortment of things that we need to get into, from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion part 2. Hold on one second, y'all. Let's get into this countdown. I'm already hearing myself on my laptop. We're gonna get into this. Like the video. We have a situation to go over. Let's get into all of that. Thirsty Thursdays. Like the video, and let me know where you're watching from. Let's get into this countdown.
Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Look. I'm ready for football. Where's Sharon? I'm ready for football. When's the game? February 12th? We know what we're doing that day. It's all about the hand. It's not about the football, okay? Shout out to Rihanna. I'm looking forward to the show. Guys, welcome to Thirsty Thursday, the finale of Thirsty Thursday. You know, we started Thirsty Thursdays for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. But now that it's over, we're going to take a little bit of a break. I need to give myself a break. Balance. So there will not be any Thirsty Thursdays for the next few weeks, unless something really comes up, and there's a bunch of things that we're going to talk about. But we will still have our Tuesday takeover at 12:30 p.m. Eastern every single Tuesday, because 90 Day never takes a rest. But Thirsty Thursdays will return when necessary, probably when OC comes back, which is like March. Calm down, all right? Shout out to everyone watching from around the country and around the world. We appreciate you all being here. Oh, let me bring my little stuff around here, y'all, so y'all can see who's sponsoring our video today. Shout out to Rose Forever here in New York City. All right, someone might have an opportunity to win something from Rose Forever today, but you have to be a subscriber, so make sure you're subscribed. Okay, where do we begin? Well, you know what we always do? We always do at the very least, what we always do on our Thirsty Thursday or our Tuesday takeover. We always start off with some good news. First off, happy Black History Month. I know, as a people, especially with everything with the police brutality that's been going on in this country most recently, it's hard. But I've been asking you guys on social media, let me know a Black history factoid that a lot of people don't know. I want to hear them. There's plenty of things that I don't know, so I'm always willing to hear something new. And I'm going to share some stuff too when I have some time. We'll talk more about it on my different platforms. All right. But happy Black History Month. It is an important time, no matter if you're Black, white, Asian, Indian, to learn something about how Black people have added to American history, but to history in general. Okay. And for those that don't know, and look, I've learned this in the last few years as well. Black History Month is celebrated here in the United States in February, but it celebrated different months in other countries. So sometimes when you see me in my community tab saying Happy Black History Month, you're like, that's in February. Well, not everyone celebrates it at the same time. Okay? So happy Black History Month. I always implore people to learn a little something this month, every day, if you can, in regards to some Black history. There's plenty to discover that you didn't know before. All right? Here in New York alone, my gosh. And you wouldn't think about slavery and things like that and oppression and racism up north. Really? Come on now. Come on. So we want to start off with that, okay? Also, don't forget, tomorrow, speaking of New York, tomorrow, Harlem on Prime, one of our favorite shows, it is released. Harlem on Prime, starring Megan Good. Good. All right? That starts tomorrow, streaming on Amazon Prime. An app I always forget that I have. But I always remember when I want to watch a good show. We were talking about Riches. Remember Riches on Amazon Prime? If you haven't gotten into that, that's a really great show too. A UK show, but really great. Harlem comes out tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to talk about it as well. I haven't decided how I'm going to talk about it. If I'm going to break it down, because with these streaming apps, they release all the episodes at once. Then it's like, how do we catch up and how do we cover it? But we're going to cover it because we loved season 1. We loved it. So Harlem on Prime is available tomorrow, just in time for Black History Month. You know what else is just in time for Black History Month? Beyonce. Where's my Beyonce picture? Oh, no, we got to get a picture of Beyonce. I'm sorry. No, I can't do this without my picture of Beyonce. Hold on, y'all. Beyonce, y'all. Hold on, let me get my picture of Beyonce. Hold on, y'all. So Beyonce this week, just in time, I don't think people even paid attention to the fact that Beyonce released this album on February 1st, of all days, the first day of Black History Month. I believe that was definitely intentional on Beyonce's part. Anyone else? I believe it was intentional. I definitely believe it was intentional. She released this album on February, well, not album, this announcement of the Renaissance tour intentionally on February 1st. So all the dates, well, I don't know. Okay, I can't say all the dates because I know certain countries are like, is she going to come to our part of the world? I wouldn't be surprised that she will expand, but this is going to be a world tour. The European dates are out. The American dates are out. I still haven't decided where I want to see Beyonce. I know everyone's like, wait, you're in New York. Why don't you go see her in New York? I kind of want to go do it somewhere else. Even if it's middle America, I feel like it might be a different experience. You know what I mean? So part of me wants to, but then I'm like, wait, Europe, it's around my birthday when she's performing. Maybe I'll go to Europe. Right? All right. Are you kidding? Wait, I got to go back up. Someone said something that I want to highlight. Hold on. I don't remember that. Wow. She also announced being pregnant with the twins on February 1st years ago. Wow. I don't remember that. I don't remember the date of when she did that, but I'll take your word for it. But yeah. So Beyonce announced these tour dates, and I posted a short little video on my TikTok and on my social media asking you guys, did you save up enough? Because I'm sure you've seen some of the prices that have been going around. And I wouldn't expect anything less from Beyonce. Beyonce is a top tier artist. I just, a lot of you have said that you've been saving ever since you heard that she was working on a new album, and then she gave you some time. Because remember when the album came out over 6 months ago. She gave you some time. And I told you in my video, did you save enough? And if you didn't, I'm not going to hate if I see you with that older man or older woman, no judgments.
How you doing?
Okay? Also, I'm not going to judge you if I see you on Twitter showing that thing.
How you doing?
And I'm not going to judge you if I see you with an OF. Nope. All right. Look, we have not verified the prices that will be actually available, but stay tuned. Either way, I got to get myself to a Beyonce concert. I just don't know if it will be here in New York or if it will be at somewhere else. But stay tuned. We shall see. I hope you all saved enough. Or you got a rich boo. Or you're like, I got it. Okay. I've been saving for this since Formation or something, whenever. Whenever was the last tour? We didn't get one for me. Did we? I don't remember. I'm not a Beyonce stan. Okay, some of you are stans. I'm not a stan. Beyonce and I are peers in age. Okay, I remember when she came into the game. Okay, look. Just saying. So Beyonce announced her tour. Congratulations to Beyonce. It's going to sell out. It's going to do well. Congratulations to the fans, to the Beehive. They're very excited. I'm excited too. I just can't be in the nosebleeds. I cannot be in the nosebleeds if I go see Beyonce. I need to see her sweat. Maybe not like this, because I don't want to look up at her like this. I want to be able to look like that. But I also don't want to watch her on a screen. Just saying. That's just me. Andrea said, I love the On the Run concert and I'm ready for this one. Well, to be honest with you, I didn't get tickets for the On the Run because it included that man. No offense, Jay-Z. I'm just not really interested in Digga what? I'm just saying I'm not real. Me personally, very talented man in a lot of different ways, but I just wasn't. If I'm going to see Beyonce, I want to just see just Beyonce. Me. You may disagree. That's okay. That is quite okay. All right. All right, guys. Let me slow down the chat because I want to be able to see everything that you guys are saying. And right now, I cannot. Look, right now, I cannot. And shout out to everyone sending in super chats. Shout out to all of you that have been sending tips and things like that through Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. I've been seeing them. Thank you. And also those of you that send super chats in the replay crew, I appreciate that as well. Thank you. Just in case I miss it, I try to say thank you once they come through. Let me just slow down chat a little bit, guys. And guys, we just hit 234,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yes. Won't you do it? All right. And I kind of like that number, 234. I'm weird like that. Anyone else that pay attention to numbers and things like that? So that now that we're at 234, I like that number. Can we stay there for a little bit? Just a little bit. Look, no, we're trying to get to 1 million. Okay? We're trying to get to 1 million. We will. Remember when we were talking about it? And then we're going to be like, look how quickly we did it. We're almost at 250,000, 250,000. Look at us. All right. So the Beyonce tour, Renaissance tour, has been announced. There's been a lot of speculation on prices and things like that. Look, we already know. She told you. She gave you a warning. She gave you a heads up. I don't want to hear anything. And I'm not going to judge you on how you're going to get that money together. All right. But as I said on my podcast, I told you I'm looking forward to the Janet Jackson concert. And those tickets are a little pricey too. But it's Janet Jackson, an icon. Madonna's going on tour as well. But I see Madonna. I haven't seen Janet. I know. I need to go see Janet. Because God only knows if she will do another tour after this. I mean, I hope, but you never know. Thank you, Blue. Blue says, I remember when we were at 45,000. Right? Wow. We've come a long way. And still influencing the others. Hey, girls. All right. So we always start Thirsty Thursdays off with some good news. So that's some good news. It's Black History Month. We will be celebrating all month long, along with Valentine's Day. Have you gotten something for your boo? Guys, it's only 12 days away. Don't wait till the last minute. Ladies, shout out to our friends over at Rose Forever New York. They are sponsoring today's video. Okay. And with the discount code kempire25, you guys, you can get $25 off of your order. So send a hint to your man, your girlfriend, no judgment. Aren't these beautiful? These are real. And I've had these for over a week. This will last me, if I take care of it, a year or more. Beautiful. I've always wanted one. And now I have one. Unfortunately, it wasn't a man that sent it to me, but whatever. Whatever. All right. We'll get more into that and possibly give away something from Rose Forever. All right, stay tuned. You gotta stick around. All right, so we have the Beyonce tour. We have Harlem on Prime coming tomorrow. A lot to celebrate this month. All right. But as you know, we also talk about reality TV when we're doing our Thirsty Thursdays. If you're just joining us, this will be the finale for Thirsty Thursdays until a new season of Real Housewives or someone starts, and then we will combine it along with our coverage of reality TV here. All right, and I believe the OC is next step. All right, we also know the Real Housewives of Atlanta just wrapped filming as well. I'm thinking that's going to be coming in May. Speaking of the Real Housewives, I did drop a little tea on my Twitter. Again, you're missing out if you're not following me, because there's things that I post there that I don't post on TikTok, that I don't post on Instagram about the Real Housewives of Dubai. So on Tuesday, we talked about Nina Ali from the Real Housewives of Dubai exiting, being fired. Okay, look, let's just say what it is. Okay, she made the announcement, I won't be returning. It was a great experience. Yeah. Fired. The contract wasn't renewed. Sorry. Well, I've been hearing for a while now about three newbies. And I've seen who these newbies are. I know who they are. I haven't released that information just yet because you know what can happen? They haven't even started filming yet. They're supposed to start filming like very soon. This month. So, according to sources, allegedly, there's three newbies in the mix. No confirmation or if they're going to be a friend of, a full-time housewife, any of those details for the Real Housewives of Dubai. And no, not one of them is not Phaedra. Okay. Thank God. She might, look, don't be surprised if you see Phaedra, do a scene or something with Brooks. But I haven't heard of Phaedra. She's not one of the three ladies in the mix. But as you saw on Atlanta, they had someone in mind. And by the time that they started filming and before the end of the season, she was no longer a part of it. Camille, right? Yeah. So it's okay. It's all right. Not everyone is meant for reality TV. I always say if I was on reality TV, I would be boring. Thank you, Shirley. Tom Brady's retired again. Was it worth it, Tom? You lost your wife and her. Look, we understand at the end of the day, and a lot of people speculate the reason why they got a divorce, him and Gisele Bündchen, was because he decided to go back to playing football and not prioritizing his family and him being selfish. I don't think that's the only reason. I'm sure there were other things. But now, all of a sudden, he's gotten divorced and now he's saying, I'm retiring now. Woo, woo, woo. Happy for you. Was it worth it? Just saying.
Lies! The lies!
Not us talking about sports. Here we go. Since I'm wearing it, why not? I'm ready for the Rihanna concert on February 12th. All right. So as you know, on Thirsty Thursdays, we talk about a variety of reality TV. We were just talking a little bit about the Real Housewives. We're going to get back to the Real Housewives because we have to talk about the Salt Lake City reunion, part 2, the finale, which I'm glad. There's rumors there's going to be a 3. I'm assuming that was supposed to be the one-on-one. Thank God. Nothing. Nada. We don't need it. We have to talk about a possible return of someone from your favorites in that cast. We have to talk about the Real Housewives of New York legacy. And we have to talk about Robyn Dixon. We will get there. We will get there. Don't rush me. I have to say, I haven't really loved Below Deck Adventure. Another spinoff of the Below Deck franchise. It's not my favorite. However, I have to say the finale was kind of nice. Okay, the finale for me, it actually felt a little sad that, we were leaving. You remember poor Chef Jessica, because she really was over it. Jessica was over it this week and last week and the previous week. And she was doing odd behavior. And she basically quit when Captain Carey called her out on it. But she went back to her room and gathered her. Mind you, this is the last day of charter. I feel like they do this for dramatics and so they have a moment during the season. But I also believe that a lot of these folks that are on this, not only are they tired from working, they're tired from filming. So all that plays a role, I believe. I really was like, is she really going to cut out at the last minute? She doesn't. She doesn't. This cast was okay for me. I wouldn't mind if Chef Jessica came back. Faye, I wasn't really sold on Faye. But Faye, you really lost me at the end of this episode of Below Deck Adventure when you didn't sleep with that man, Seth. She didn't sleep with Seth, y'all. Where's my Seth photo? Hold on, y'all. Where's my Seth photo? I know I have a Seth photo. Here it is. She didn't sleep with Seth. He's annoying. He's lazy. He wanted to be the bosun from the jump. But he's good looking. He's good looking.
How you doing?
He's good looking in that kind of you're annoying narcissist, bad boy. The producers knew what they were doing by bringing him in. They knew he was going to cause trouble. All right. Him and Nathan got into it last week. This week, him and I'm just going to call her Dorit because I can never remember her. Cassie. But her accent changes very much like Dorit. He got into it because she took a picture of him sleeping and then tried to confront her on it. And he was like, I don't know if you have a crush on me. She's like, your ego is ridiculous. Especially when you ain't got nothing to really brag about. Did you guys see when he pulled out his wanker, peen, whatever you want to call it, to show to the ladies? After Nathan fooled him, made it seem like he showed his stuff to the ladies. He came out and I was like, and look, he's probably a grower, not a shower. But don't come out and that to me is so crass and disgusting. Look, I was like, that blur is kind of small. But Faye, you really disappointed me. You went all the way to this man's room. Nathan wasn't even in the room, so y'all could have hooked up. You went all the way to this man's room to tell him that you like him, but I'm not going to sleep with you. What? Why are you in my room if you're not going to sleep with me or even cuddle with me or make out with me, something? You came in there to tell me, oh, it's not going to happen. This is the last day of charter. Faye, this is what you're supposed to do on this show and when you're a yachty. I was so disappointed. You were a disappointment this season, but that was the biggest disappointment for me. You should have slept with him. He really liked Faye. He was really into Faye. And Faye liked him too. And look, I understand. You're like, well, maybe she's a lady. No, I think she would have slept with him. She's in her younger days, she probably would have slept with him. Girl, you should have slept with him. I'm sure she's kicking herself now. Damn it, I probably should have slept with him. Or at least, she made out with him a little bit before leaving the room. But you went all the way to that man's room when he's half asleep, when he thinks he's probably about to get some. He's like, uh-oh, wait, she's coming in? To tell him it's not going to happen. What? If you don't get out of my room, you got these. I know he was disappointed. Poor thing. All right. Overall, it was a solid season. I feel like the ratings were going up and up for Below Deck Adventure. I know a lot of people feel like Real Housewives is the #1 show on Bravo, and it is. But Below Deck, I mean, especially currently, it's consistently bringing ratings and spinoffs. And this show was definitely garnering bigger and bigger and better ratings. I just didn't really love this cast. I didn't hate the cast, but I didn't love it. Ariana, you were so mean to what's his name? The bosun that we never really cared for. I don't, it doesn't even matter. I don't care. We don't care. I love how Captain Carrie was like, when they asked, who would you miss the most? And he didn't want to pick anyone. And he said Kyle. At the end of the season, I kind of did miss Kyle. I kind of wish he lasted a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer, but he was problematic. I didn't like how he was treating Nathan. And then they put poor Nathan with Seth, who was just as problematic, if not worse. But I was hoping for Faye. But no, she didn't do it. Below Deck Adventure is over. That was their finale last night. All right, let's talk about this other show that I love, and I hope they renew it, but the ratings weren't great. Love Without Borders. Oh my God. We've been talking about this and following the show since it began. It's from the producers of Love is Blind. And I love this show. I said, in all reality, though, the show is not, the couples are not going to make it. The only couple that makes it at the end is Naeem and the woman that he found for himself in Panama. To come to find out, he proposed. I mean, she seemed to be really into him, and I'm glad it worked out for him. Something about Naeem, though, I didn't like. At first, I was like, oh, he went through the health scare and he changed his life. But seeing how he interacted with Ori, I was just like, something's off in my book with Naeem. I don't know what it is. You guys will let me know if you feel the same or you disagree or you're just happy for him. Look, something is off about Naeem. Did I feel like he was moving a little too fast? A little bit. But in all reality, I feel as if he came on this show to find the one and a wife. And he did. Just it wasn't the lady that Erika hooked him up with. Like, Erika, you did a terrible job this season. I'm sorry, Erika. I don't know what your credentials are, but you did a terrible job this season. Okay. You know who is terrible? Dana, and I forget. It's unimportant to even remember this man's name. He's from Ireland. She went there. Poor thing. Dana. Banana. When we find out the things that this man said to her, even off camera, and she confronted him about it, and he became so defensive, I was like, oh, yeah, girl, go right on home. But she didn't. She ends up staying in Galway up like a month longer, but not with him. And when he's confronted by Erika about it, he's very defensive. He feels like I'm the victim here. After he said he gifted her on Christmas makeup remover pads. Not makeup remover pads. Like, that was a scene that we hadn't seen. I was like, really? And that was just one of the microaggressions that he was making towards Dana. I mean, I never really loved or hated Dana. I mean, she's just quirky in her own way, but I also didn't feel like she was terrible. I feel like she was open and willing to share herself. Was she a little insecure? Who's not? But I felt as if but I told you this. I warned you. If you've been watching our recaps of Love Without Borders on Bravo, I've told you something about him that I'm just like, it seems very manipulative. And turns out to be right. So much so when they do the little catch up at the end, you don't get him talking. You just see footage of him. They just kind of put in, where he's at in his life. Maybe because he was like, I'm done filming. I'm done. We always have to think about in the back of our minds on how these people are reacting. Are they reacting to what's happening on the show, or are they reacting to the show and how they're going to be perceived by the world? Anyone else kind of have that in the back of your mind? Well, I do. So I think that was part of why he was reacting the way that he was reacting. But also, was it Philip and Carmen? The black couple in Ghana? So we already told him. We already told you. We could have told you this already, Philip. She put you in the friend zone. All right? And she finally tells him, I only see you as a friend. After he decides, after like being there for over 2 months. And this was part of the reason why she didn't like him a lot. She was like, you know, she wanted him to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more, you know what I mean? But when they start bringing out the footage of his behavior, the level of immaturity, could you get a little moist for him? I'm look. When they were showing some of the footage of his behavior with her, not to say that he was terrible like the guy from Galway, but his behavior with her, you're like, oh, I could see why she didn't see you other than a friend. Even the way he looks at her, like, open your eyes. No. I don't know. And I know some of you are asking if he's...
How you doing?
I don't get that vibe. I get that he's just quirky and a little strange and immature. But her reaction, I don't know how ladies, how would you feel based off of her reaction when he comes to her, I'm leaving today? What? On one sense, I'm like, I get it. She wants to be friends with him, but she's like, you're just going to up and leave? This goes into the weird factor with him. Like, you could have had a conversation with her. Things aren't working out. Maybe I should go. And she gets really upset and she confronts him and they get into an argument and she's like crying. And part of me thought, because, I said you have to think about, it's not just about what you're seeing on television, it's their perspective in regards to how they're going to be perceived by the audience. And it made me think to myself, I said, is she concerned that the audience is going to not like her because that he's leaving? Or is she really upset that now she's going to look like the bad guy? Or she really is upset by because I thought we were friends and you're just going to up and leave? I don't know. Remember, they've spent 2 months with each other. I know we've watched it over a span of a couple of weeks, but they've spent over 2 months together, almost 3 months. And he's like, I'm leaving today. What? I'm leaving today. We already told you 3 weeks ago she had friend zoned him. She had told the last 2 weeks she kept on referring to him as a friend, and she values their friendship. We already knew. We could have told him. I mean, it's always sucky when you are friend zoned. Sometimes this is why you can't wait too long. And this is, as a Taurus, we take a very long time before we pursue. That's why sometimes if you're interested in me, you really got to be like, because sometimes I'm just like, I might be interested, but it might take me a little bit, which probably is the reason why a Taurus will get friend zoned, because we take our time. Is he a Taurus? Someone find out. Someone find out. Maybe he's a Taurus. Then maybe I could understand him a little bit better. All right. Maëlle, my favorite, from Paris. And Aaron. We already knew this couple was over with, but we did get an update in regards to where they're at. Maëlle's not dating anyone. I did check Maëlle's Instagram. Look, I was creeping. I was checking the Instagram. I said, maybe he's dating someone, but he's not. But he's moving into a bigger apartment. Good for him. Which is probably not cheap in Paris. It's like New York. Aaron apparently is dating someone else. And I told you, based off their update on him, he just wanted to go back to America and live his middle America life. Okay. I mean, you have to know thyself. Know thyself. All right? Oh, Gene says, because we don't like people much. Oh. Is that it? That might be it, Tauruses, right? We don't really like a lot of people. And you would never know. But Maëlle's not dating anyone, but he's moving into a big apartment. He seems to be okay with everything. Maëlle is a cutie patootie. Aaron, not so much. And I think maybe because we got to know their personalities, and I always say personality will change your attraction to someone. And I have to say, by the end, I was like, Maëlle's kind of cute. I ain't moved to Paris, though, Maëlle. I mean, I would love to, but not right now. But hold on, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. You know what, Steve? I saw your comment and I was about to read it out loud and I said, no. Nope. Sherry says, were you checking or stalking? I don't know. What would you consider it? What would you consider it? Was it? I don't think I was stalking. I guess whatever you want to call it. All right, whatever you want to call it. Miss Sharon, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Sharon says, Kempire, it's all about the Kansas City Chiefs. Super Bowl, y'all. Okay, if you say so, Sharon. But I'm ready. Look, I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. Look, I'm ready. Fenty. Okay. I said, let me wear this today because y'all know I won't be live on Super Bowl Sunday. I know we'll have a live. I'm not wearing that. All right. Miss Pink and Black, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, hey, babe, don't want anything. Just saying, hey. Hey, Miss Pink and Black, we appreciate the support and the hey. Latasha, thank you so much for the super chat. Latasha says, love the Fenty hoodie, Kempire, repping Black History Month. Thank you so much, Latasha. The real t-shirt that I wanted was sold out at Savage Fenty, guys. There is game day merch at Savage Fenty, but the t-shirt that I really wanted was not available. It's a t-shirt that has words on it, and then when you flip it over, not that I'll be flipping it over, it has Rihanna's face in a football hat. Rihanna, can we get a refresh? Come on now. Come on. Just saying. It'd be nice to have so I could hang it up in the studio or something. All right. Guys, don't forget our sponsor of our video today. Shout out to our friends over at Rose Forever New York. They do ship worldwide, and you can get $25 off when you use the discount code KEMPIRE 25. That's Kempire 25 when you use our discount code. It's Valentine's Day. It's 12 days away, y'all. If you want to send a hint to your man, or your girlfriend, no judgments. Just send them the link and the code. Just send them the link and the code. It's in the description of this video. All right? And just say, babe, this will last me forever. And I can take care of this. Unlike, the other roses you usually get me. And it's a lot more affordable. And you get $25 off. So shout out to our friends over at Rose Forever. And maybe someone will win one by the end of this live. Okay? All right. All right. Let's move on, because we have a lot to talk about. Look. Like you're holding me up. You're not holding me up. It's me holding me up, because we have so much to talk about. Okay, where do I want to go next? Oh, let me talk about. All right. Have you guys watched You People on Netflix? I was seeing so many people react to this movie, and I said, let me watch it. Let me see it, because I saw Lauren London. She hasn't done a lot since losing Nipsey Hussle. Okay? And so I said, let me check it out. I also saw Nia Long was in it and Eddie Murphy. So I was interested. And I have to say the best part were Eddie Murphy and, what's her first name? Louis Dreyfus. She was on Seinfeld. You guys will remind me in the chat. Those were the best parts of the movie for me. From the jump, and I saw what you guys were saying. From the jump, I didn't get the chemistry between, damn it, what's his name? Jonah Hill and Lauren London. It wasn't a terrible movie. Some of you have been making it seem like it's this horrendous movie. It wasn't terrible, but what makes it terrible is that this couple who's the focal point, you don't believe their relationship. So it kind of made me kind of look at it like, thank you, Julia Louis Dreyfus. And I think if I believed the couple, it would have saved the entire movie, because then you would have been a little bit more invested in their relationship. There was no chemistry between Lauren and Jonah. Jonah, I know you wrote and directed this movie, but maybe you should have had someone else in it, because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe, at first I didn't even think they were going to kiss in the movie. When they had that little sex scene, there was no sex scene. Not that there needs to be one, but their chemistry was off. I didn't like any of it. Look. What Minky Finky? First of all, Minky Finky, I didn't realize you've been a member for 18 months. Happy anniversary, and thank you for the support. She says, happy Groundhog's Day. Damn, I forgot it's Groundhog's Day too. Thank you for the reminder. She says, Punk's Sawani, Phil saw his shadow. Oh, I was like, wait a second. I'm like, what? Oh, he saw a shadow. Does that mean how many more weeks of winter? I don't remember what that means. Or it's 6 more weeks. I don't care. Look. Look. You know what I do care about? Well, I really don't care. Speaking of things that we don't care about. Oh, I don't mean, okay, I do mean it. Dr. Phil is ending after 21 seasons. Oh, you don't care? Okay. I thought he was done already. He made a lot of money from that daytime talk show. A lot of you do watch Dr. Phil and love Dr. Phil. I never really watched Dr. Phil chapter and verse, to be honest with you. Clips. And I love Dr. Phil. I've read his books, but I just never. Back to you people, though. Here's the thing, though. Eddie Murphy, for me, was the best part of the movie, in my opinion. In my opinion, Eddie Murphy was the best part of this movie. Where's my Here we go. He was the best part of this movie. Nia Long, I loved too. Why does she have her race receipts in her purse? I thought that was funny. Julia Louis-Dreyfus was the next favorite part of the movie. Like, it was funny. It definitely had funny moments, but I feel like are you trying to send a message when we talk about the white experience, the Jewish experience, or the black experience? Or are you trying to tell a love story? Because the love story didn't connect for me. And I think if the love story connected, the whole talk of issues around race and religion would have been, I think people would have connected more with it. But this is supposed to be a love story about these two different people coming together. It didn't connect for me. It didn't connect for me. But shout out to Kenya Barris. He always puts on people that, he's very much like Ryan Murphy. If you are in with Kenya, he's gonna always use you. And quite a few people that we know and love were in this movie. I thought it was okay. I didn't love it. If I had to rate it from 1 to 5, a 3. And I'm being generous because, like I said, if this is supposed to be a love story, I didn't connect with these two characters. By the time they got married, I didn't even care. Oh, damn. I didn't care. I'm happy to see Lauren London's back to acting, though. Jonah, next time. And here's okay, not to bring it to Andy Cohen, but when we talk about Andy Cohen stepping aside in these reunions, I feel like Jonah should have stepped aside, directed it, wrote it, and maybe cast someone else. Maybe there would have been better chemistry between that role and Lauren London. I didn't believe it. Olia says a 3 out of 5. That's not bad. A 3 out of 5, not out of 10. You know how we normally rate out of 10. A 3 out of 10. Oh yeah, Sem Hart, thank you for reminding me. Carisha, aka Young Miami from the City Girls. To me, she was good in it, and she only had a couple of lines. Andrew Schwartz, the comedian, he was also in it. Quite a few people. You people, it was okay. If you don't watch it, I don't think you're missing out. But if it's Black History Month, so let's support this black man, because numbers and what we bring on Netflix is important if you want to see more black people creating on Netflix. I don't think it's that bad. It's not Tyler Perry bad. Okay. All right. I'm rewatching The Traitors. We've been talking about Traitors. It's on Peacock. I know. I'm literally enjoying Traitors, but I missed a couple of things over the last the first watch. But Traitors is still such a really, really good show. Spoiler alert, Siri wins it. and she deserved to win. But when you rewatch it and you see how she played this game, you're like, damn, she was good. If you haven't seen it, it's such a good show. It's basically a reality TV competition show that includes Real Housewives, Below Deck stars. It included Survivor stars, Big Brother stars, and real people. I mean, you know what I mean? Not reality celebrity people. When you see how they play this game, you're like, damn. And Rachel from Big Brother, I was rewatching her getting banished. And yo, she went out with so much drama, which I appreciate, Rachel, because at least you had a moment that was memorable in your banishment. Because she was ready to cuss everyone out. She was ready to cuss everyone out in her exit. Kate Chastain, I still believe they need to have Kate come and do like Ultimate Girls Trip. I know she's not a Real Housewife, but I want to see it. I do. I really want to see it. But she was fantastic. The way she didn't care. I can understand why people thought she was a traitor. I think she may have been a producer's traitor and they just never revealed it. I still need to see a reunion because when you think about how this game was played and how people felt betrayed, I need follow-up. I need updates on how people felt by the end of it and seeing how Siri played this game and convinced everyone. I love it. Congratulations, Siri, again. Traitors is available on Peacock. They're not paying me, but at this point, I'm me a chick. All right. Just saying. Okay. Oh, you're right, Sharon. What was the name of that movie? Sounds like a remake from the Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher movie. What was the name of that movie that they did? That's what it does. You're right. You're right. I can't remember if it was better though. Anyways. All right. Let me just move this. Okay. So that was Traitors. I still have not finished watching From Scratch. I love this movie so far. What movie? Series so far. But I already know it's taking me on an emotional roller coaster. I just want to be on an up part of my week, okay? I want to be on an up part of my week. But we will get back to From Scratch at some point. At some point. It's based off a book. Based off what I've seen, it's very emotional, but we need to cry. As Iyanla would say, there's more room on out here than it is inside. So sometimes you need a good cry. Start with From Scratch on Netflix, okay? And don't forget, You comes back. Is it tomorrow? I know it's very soon. Very soon. Part 1 of You is coming back on Netflix. All right, let me look at my notes because we talked about Below Deck Adventure. We talked about Love Without Borders. We talked about the Traitors. Let's talk about some Real Housewives news. Let's start with Real Housewives of New York. So we talked on Tuesday about Page 6 article that Real Housewives of New York legacy was in trouble. And it was because some of the cast were causing issues in regards to negotiations. Well, we also saw a picture this week of Ramona, Dorinda, and Countess Luann hanging out. Well, Countess Luann is basically dropping tea because you know this past Tuesday we told you that Andy Cohen had said, "Don't believe everything that you read," and we all said, "We don't believe you. We don't believe you." Well, let me read this to you guys because I think it's important. All right. Shout out to our friends over at Reality Blurb. As always, what we do here, cite our sources. So they said, amid reports of the Real Housewives of New York legacy being halted due to salary demands, news sources are revealing that the cast was not a united front when it came time to sign their respective contracts. Rumblings of trouble began earlier this week after reports broke claiming that the cast comprised of Dorinda Medley, Kelly Ben-Simone, Luann de Lesseps, Sonia Morgan, and Jill Zarin was not happy with the, quote, generous salary offer and guaranteed number of episodes that Bravo brought to the table. Hence, contract negotiations came to a standstill with Bravo quickly, quote, losing interest in the series altogether. All right. However, sources close to the cast and production say that Jill... Hello. Jill was the lone holdout as she kept pushing for more money, leading to the collapse of the series. Mind you, Jill hasn't been on this show in a very long time, so she doesn't have much of a leg to stand on. I know she was on Ultimate Girls Trip, but they really didn't have to do that. They only did that because the audience kept on saying, well, give her a chance, bring her back. It's not like people were pressed to bring Jill back. I've been advocating for her to come back, but Jill, this is why they don't bring you back, because you're such a problem, allegedly, behind the scenes. So they say, page 6 says this, Jill was pushing for a big payday, was the straw that broke the camel's back. A source close to Kelly told page 6. The source continued to allege that Kelly and Dorinda were both set to sign on the dotted line of their contracts and get production rolling, while Sonia, in typical Sonia fashion, was completely aloof to the whole situation. She really is this way, y'all. All right? Aloof to the whole situation and was, quote, barely paying attention. We love you, Sonia. Sonia and Luann have their own little show that's happening as a part of RHONY. Their own spinoff. I'm guessing that will get a date soon. I don't know how many episodes that will be. So meanwhile, Luann was recently spotted, as you know, in a cafe in New York City. Let me put that picture up so you guys can see it. Luann was recently spotted at a cafe in New York by a hawk-eyed fan. I don't know a hawk-eyed fan. You can see they're posing. She was seen... Oh, no, this is different. She was seen reading a print copy of page 6 report on the demise of Legacy. Oh, no, this is a different photo, y'all. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. You know what? Come on. Oh, my Lord. No, come on. Not reading page 6, all right? Literally. They caught her reading about her own show. All right? All right. The source claimed that Luann was chit-chatting away on her phone and appeared on edge, constantly pacing back and forth while reading the story. It's only natural that Luann would be edgy, as Bravo rescinded their contract offers earlier this week as the show collapsed. The cabaret performer has since confirmed that the show has been allegedly canceled, telling people. So Andy, who's telling the truth now? Now Andy Cohen's caught out there in a lie again. Caught out there in a lie again by your own cast. So Luann says this to page 6. For the moment, it's not going anywhere. Luann has hoped that the show will be brought back in some form or another. She says, I always said never count out the Countess, but in this case, never count out the New York City Housewives. There's no doubt they'll find a way to bring the OGs and beloved New York City Housewives back together again. However, insiders close to production claim there are, quote, no plans to bring the series to life currently, despite Andy Cohen's claims that the show is indeed not dead. That's why you can't trust Andy Cohen. Andy is a liar. Oh my gosh. And no one believed Andy too. No one believed Andy when he said this. Don't believe everything that you read. But your own star, who's a part of the contract negotiations, is saying it's true. Nothing's happening. We're not moving. Again, I told you when we reported on that, Andy benefits from changing the narrative because this is part of he loses money if this doesn't happen. I told you his power allegedly over at NBC Universal is not what it used to be back in the day. Shout out to our friends over at Reality Blurb. Okay. What else did I want to say about RHONY? Anything else? I think I'm done with RHONY. Let's talk about Beverly Hills. Because Erika Jayne, I don't know if you should be worried. Right now, you don't have to be. But your estranged husband, they're still married. At least to my last check on this whole situation. Has been indicted. But here's the thing. The man is not all there, allegedly. He's thought this through. Tom was an attorney. He knew that eventually, although they were in bankruptcy, that this would eventually lead to criminal charges. All the attorneys that have been covering this have said, well, there's possibility of criminal charges. Well, now there are some criminal charges. Look, and we're not going to go back and forth on whether or not Erika knew. She's not charged yet. I'm just saying, she's not charged. Okay. So our friends over Reality Blurb write this. The husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member Erika Jayne, Tom Girardi, and a couple of former members of his now defunct law firm, Girardi Keese, including his brother-in-law? Or son-in-law. We'll get there. Son-in-law, there we go. And a couple of former members of his now defunct law firm, Girardi Keese, have been indicted on fraud charges. Months after the former chief financial officer of Girardi Keese, Christopher Kaman, was arrested on suspicion of wire fraud, federal grand juries in 2 states have brought charges against the ex-CFO, as well as the disbarred attorney and his son-in-law, fellow lawyer David Lyra. Or Lyra. Lyra sounds better. On Wednesday, the Los Angeles Times confirmed prosecutors announced the charges and an indictment in Chicago, noting that the men had been, quote, charged with 8 counts of wire fraud and 4 counts of contempt of court, after allegedly misappropriating in excess of $3 million in settlement funds meant for relatives of victims who died in the 2018 plane crash in Indonesia. Shout out to Jay Edelson. Remember, Jay Edelson was the one who got this all popped off. Now we're starting to see this is a long process. Can someone tweet Jay and ask Jay the likelihood of I could tweet him too. We follow each other. The likelihood of maybe Erika possibly being charged. I'm just asking. I'm not wishing this on her. I'm asking because remember they're also seeking money from her because they believe that she had involvement in this whole situation. It was Jay Edelson's lawsuit that called her. What did he call her in the lawsuit? Like the front woman. Okay, but in all fairness, she has been cleared in a couple of these lawsuits. All right? She still faces more lawsuits, though. So they continue. They say in recent years, Thomas has been accused of embezzling more than $15 million from former clients to support his law firm's costs and luxurious lifestyle he shared with his now estranged wife, Erika Jayne. And as reported, a Los Angeles case claims Christopher and his boss, quote, devised, participated in, and executed a scheme to defraud victim clients for about 10 years, starting in 2010. Mr. Girardi and Mr. Kamon stand accused of engaging in a widespread scheme to steal from their clients and lie to them to cover up the fraud, Martin Estrada, an LA attorney, said in a statement. In doing so, they allegedly preyed on the very people who trusted and relied upon them the most, their clients. Actions like the ones alleged in the indictment bring disrepute upon the legal profession and will not be tolerated by my office. Well, I mean, I understand that the bar is different than your office, sir. But Tom Girardi got away with this stuff for decades because of the California bar ignoring the hundreds of complaints. We haven't forgotten about you, California bar. And we agree with Erika. There were other people at the law firm that had their hands in this. Tom couldn't have done this on his own. At all. So now Tom's indicted, y'all. He continues, says, meanwhile, a Chicago attorney, John Lausch Jr., commented on the alleged crimes of Tom Girardi and David Lyra. Attorneys who violate the trust of their clients and breach a fiduciary duty that is paramount to the practice of law must be held accountable. As you also know, Tom Girardi, I forgot to find the picture of Tom in those pants, and I said that's the real crime. Remember that? We had some good times, y'all, covering this story. We had to take something so serious and at least find some humor for ourselves in this situation, but this is not funny. Tom is currently under a court-ordered conservatorship run by his brother, Robert Girardi, due to Alzheimer's diagnosis he received in 2021, and living in a memory care unit in Orange County. I wonder if he could be on the OC. What am I saying? I kid. However, many have posed questions in regards to the legitimacy of the diagnosis. So I said to you before, Tom is not dumb. Some people have alleged that Tom, hold on, y'all, dealt with a lot of these brain cases that he would be able to pretend to have a brain issue. And as I said to you before, he's been an attorney for a very long time. And no matter if he was a crook, he also knew with this whole situation, oh yeah, the bankruptcy's now, but he also knows that eventually they would get to fraud, wire fraud, and all these other criminal charges. He knew this. Do I think he's 100% not there? Nope. Do I think that with age, there's a little situation? Yeah, but I think he fully knows what he's doing. We'll leave Erika to the side on this, though. Okay, Erika. As the LA Times explained, officials from the State Bar of California went to court with their suspicions, claiming the development had occurred under highly unusual circumstances and noting that the evidence was sparse. According to ABC7, Tom charges are 5 counts of wire fraud, carry a maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison. But he's under conservatorship. He's not going to prison. But honestly, I don't think he should be in a memory care facility. Prisons have facilities, don't they? Lock him up. Although the official requested more testing to be done to confirm the diagnosis, the request was dismissed. Judges protecting Tom still? Look. Sidebar. We don't look. It's a Thirsty Thursdays. We talk about a bunch of different reality TV news, reality TV recaps, and pop culture news. Anna Delvy. Remember Anna Delvey from Inventing Anna? That lady that scammed people and crooks. It was shout out for Happy Black History Month. Shout out to Shonda Rhimes. She did an amazing job with Inventing Anna, and she is the reason. Here, another black woman helping these people. Shonda did an amazing job, and I think Inventing Anna has changed people's opinions of Anna Delvey. So much so, they're talking about giving her a TV show. She's supposedly going to speak at Harvard. Harvard, I hope they protest that. What in the white privilege is going on? Really? They want her to go to Harvard to speak about what? Scamming? Inventing Anna, though, was amazing. And it's so interesting, especially in our American culture, how a show could change the narrative of this woman's crimes. She's getting a TV show. She's going to speak at Harvard. I mean, Harvard, y'all losing a lot of credibility. They just had Kim Kardashian there. Look, but I would give Kim more credit than Anna Delvey. Damn, really? Yeah. I mean, she started some businesses since, the tape. I mean, she's been trying to become an attorney. But Anna, what has she done? Look, what has she done? The Monica says, notice she hasn't returned home. I noticed. Gustav says, does Harvard have a new con man degree? Apparently. Happy birthday, Jamie B. Happy birthday. Shout out to anyone celebrating a birthday today. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like the video, guys. We have over 1,500 people here for our Thirsty Thursday. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other people's channel, your channel if you're watching in the bushes. We see you. Put the light on. No, I'm joking. Kid. All right, let's move on because I've been talking for over an hour. Over an hour. What do I want to cover next? I guess we should just talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion. Oh my God. Oh, this is so sad. Let's talk about the actual good news for season 4, though. Let's talk about that. First off, Mary Cosby. Luna says we can all go speak at college then. You're right, Luna, on my TikTok. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok. Mary Cosby. So I want to make sure, because, you know, people don't give credit when credit is due. All right. Shout out to our friends over at TV Deets. They had an exclusive interview with Heather Gay this week. And Heather Gay basically dropped the dime that Mary Cosby might be coming back. She specifically said, I can neither confirm or deny. But then in my reaction to that, I had flashbacks of the black eye. And I was like, is she playing with us? Well, now Page Six is reporting, according to several sources, Mary Cosby is set to return next season for season 4 in a friend of role. Because apparently she, according to Heather in this interview with TV Deets, and go check them out, and I'll cite them in the description so you guys can go read the full interview. And she says basically that Meredith and Mary have been communicating, you know, since she left the show. But you remember, she left the show because she was over it. She didn't like the ladies. She didn't show up to the reunion. And usually if you don't show up to the reunion, that means it's done for you. But Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is desperate. They lost Mary Cosby. They lost Jen Shaw. Rightfully so. So now they're reporting that she will return in a friend of role next season. And she'll be a friend of Meredith. There's a couple of other ladies in the mix that they're considering for this new season. They're set to start filming on February 13th, the new season of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Because I see a lot of you say they need to cancel it. Look, you guys love to pretend that you're in TV. Me too. Look, me too. But I already knew it's hard to cancel the Real Housewives anything, because it really, although Andy has lost the weight of power that he has at NBC Universal, he still has influence because the show is their number one situation. So they're not just going to cancel a city. You saw with Dallas, they gave Dallas a few seasons before they eventually put it on pause. Dubai is coming back. They're set to start filming. And now Salt Lake City is set to start filming on February 13th. And they're saying that Mary Cosby will be in the mix and that she will be playing a friend of role. And I'm here for it. And I know she's had some problematic things that she's said and done. I know. But maybe in this friend of role, look, let's be honest. When she first was cast to be on the show, she was cast as a friend of. They ended up reportedly changing production companies, and the production company was like, this woman is married to her step-grandfather, and she has a church that might have questionable background. No, she needs to be a main cast member. But the only reason why she might return as a friend of, you're not going to see any of that. You're not going to necessarily see any of her church stuff. She won't be a main storyline, but she will continue to add the funny, those little funny moments from her. We shall see. So Page Six is reporting, as I said to you before, I first saw this story over at TV Deets in their interview with Heather Gay. All right. All right. So Mary Cosby's coming back. Do we have to talk about the Salt Lake City reunion? Some of you said no. But we'll briefly talk about it, because I honestly felt like they could have kept this as a one-parter, to be honest with you. Because what they really explore in part 2 of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion is the relationship between Whitney and Heather. And I don't care. I'm just going to say, I don't care. No one cared. I hope you guys pull it together for season 4, because no one cares that you and Heather are not getting along. Even if you have to pretend, for the love of Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, pretend like you're friends again, because we don't care. We're not invested. And Heather, you really came out looking real sad this season. You went from an MVP for season 1 and season 2 to the most hated. Isn't she the most hated outside of Jen? Even Jen, though, I feel like it's not the most hated. Everyone was just like, the black eye, and now you're trying to make us feel sorry for you because you might have a drinking situation and that you blacked out and that you were embarrassed by it, but it didn't make sense on all the things that you were saying, which launched an investigation that could have gotten people fired. Sad. Sad. What else did they talk about? They brought the husbands out. No one cared. I don't want to talk about Seth's taint. Seth is strange. And I don't believe that the relationship between Seth and Meredith is all good. Sorry, Meredith. The microaggressions that you have towards this man throughout the season that people pay attention, even at this reunion. He's like, can I sit a little closer to you? She's like, no. What?
That's really upsetting to me, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't say that.
I don't care about the husbands coming out, but they had nothing. So look, the friend doves. Oh, woo, woo, woo. They brought the friend doves out early last week, and they left early this week. If you had to choose between the friend doves, who do you want to see come back next season? I think Angie H is going to come back. I'm not interested. They've been trying to make Angie H a thing for a while now. I don't care. I don't want to see her. She's weird. Look, she's weird. Angie, now, did I say Angie H? Angie H is weird. Angie K, I feel, has potential. She has potential. At first, I was like, she was definitely desperate to be on the show. But I feel like she has potential. She showed potential when coming up against Jen Shaw. Dana, too. Maybe Dana as a friend of. I'm not sure yet. Let's see what you filmed during the season. Dana, I was uncomfortable though watching you, because at first when we saw your dress, your look, we were like, yes, but you looked uncomfortable in it, so it made us kind of look, oh. Just saying. Anyone else notice that? But for those of you that keep saying cancel Salt Lake City, I would say that if we had the first 3 seasons were lackluster, no, season 1 and season 2 were great. Season 3 was like, what's happening here? So I wouldn't immediately cancel it. And they're not. They're starting to film February 13th, and Mary Cosby apparently is going to be a friend of Meredith. We shall see. Maybe we needed Mary Cosby back. I'm surprised that she's coming back so soon. But they're desperate. And I'm sure they're going to pay her the same salary to be a friend of. Made in Asia, I want to know too. Made in Asia says, Utah's homegirl, the other black woman that they were considering for this past season. I don't know if she's in the mix this season. If not, they need to. The fact that she calls herself Utah's homegirl. I would love to see her. Give her a shot, but you never know. Okay. It's okay, AMS. Because this is the last time that we will be. First of all, this is Thirsty Thursday's finale for now until more shows come back in a couple of weeks. We're gonna take a little bit of a break so I can work on my health and work on balancing my life. So look, I'm gonna take a little break too. All right, on Thursdays, not from the channel altogether. So this is our last Thirsty Thursdays until the OC starts. Okay. So this will be the last time we play this. Look, hold on.
Yeah. Mary can go f herself. I'm done with her. Because I'm not a whore and I don't cheat on my husband. Her and a dumb family that poses. Why don't you own a house? Wait, you can't. Because your husband changes jobs every 5 minutes? Fake Mary is a piece of I have your back and I'm offended by that. You that piece of garbage whore. I hate her. She's a whore. She's half of New York. She can go f herself.
We had to. We've been playing it all season. I'm sorry. Look, but I'm not. Hold on, where's my other?
That's really upsetting to me, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't say that.
Okay. Just saying. All right. All right. I think we should do a giveaway. Should we do a giveaway for Valentine's Day? Guys, drop all your hearts, all the different color hearts, but your red hearts in the chat. This will be exclusive for YouTube though, y'all. So if you're not subscribed, sorry. You should have been subscribed. Just saying. So shout out to our friends over at Rose Forever New York. They sent me over this beautiful bouquet of roses for Valentine's Day. I guess they're officially my Valentine because look. Sorry. Okay. Hold on. Let me read from my script. So shout out to Rose Forever. It's a New York-based brand, which I love because I'm from New York. And it was launched in 2019. They designed luxurious rose boxes with natural roses that will last for a year as if being freshly picked. We use natural oil to preserve the roses, and the bouquets are handcrafted by professional flowers artisans. Okay? All the materials we use to cover the boxes are vegan, even the pink suede and black velvet. Our preserved roses in special colors violet, black, royal blue are created through a natural process of pigmentation to keep the rich, intense shade and are all allergen free. All right. I said there's an enormous choice of rose colors and box shapes or materials, so you just have to find your own perfect combination for your interior design. We got inspired by a Parisian chic style and have developed multiple design options due to customers and influencers' feedback. Not me being an influencer. Okay. How you doing? Okay. All right. So, in my conversations with them, they just wanted me to promote it, and there's a link in the description. Tell your man, tell your girlfriend, whoever, that you want some roses that will last longer than Valentine's Day. Okay? Well, with the discount code kempire25, you can save $25 off. Use the link in the description. It's also pinned in the YouTube chat. But I said to them, because I'm always thinking of you guys, I say, well, I really would love to do a giveaway for my audience. So one lucky winner will be able to win a little something. All right? A little something. All right? Well, one of these three things you could win. All right? Well, you'll choose from these three things. Okay? So, as I said to you before, anytime we do a giveaway here on the channel, I take myself out of it. We use our Nightbot situation and they choose. So that way I have no preferential treatment. Okay? Mods, you are included in this because our mods work for free and they hold me down. So again, I'm just including everybody, and that's a subscriber. You have to be a subscriber. All right. Let's choose it. Let me turn on some music and then we'll choose it. Let's do that. Let's do something.
You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. You both got my best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, I know. I just want you to know. Something you and me, oh. You both got my best life, yeah. What's my best life? Yeah.
Congratulations to Melicia Mann. Melicia, are you in the building? Let us know in the chat. All right, Melicia. Congratulations. You'll be able to choose from one of these thingamajigs on their website, roseforever.com. Let me just make sure that's the right website. Look. Yes, roseforever.com. All right. You'll be able to choose from these options there, and you'll let us know. Email me at kempiredaily@gmail.com with all of your information, your address, your name, your phone number, and your choice of these three. All right? Hold on. Let me see if she... Oh, there she goes. She says, yay! Melicia. Hold on, let me find our comment so I can highlight it. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Hey, Melicia. Congratulations. Again, email us at kempiredaily@gmail.com. No one else email us. Okay. Come on now. All right. Congratulations, Melicia, on winning this special Valentine's Day gift to yourself, maybe, or you can gift it to someone else. I think these are the best gifts because they last for a year. But also the prices, guys, are incredible. And you can see them for yourself. Look, hold on. You can see them for yourself. Aren't these? Let me take this down. Hold on so you can see it good. Look so you can see it good. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know it's only me in the studio. Gorgeous. Look at this. Look how rich these are. I've had this over a week. And I'll have this for a year. And I'm going to keep it in the studio and you'll see. And you can get one for yourself. You can get one for your boo or your bestie for Valentine's Day. If you use the discount code kempire25 for $25 off. And if you look at the prices aren't bad. For something that's going to last you for a year, I know for Valentine's Day, I spent way more on fresh roses that last you for a hot 2-3 weeks max, if you know how to take care of them. This will last you a lot longer than that. And if you take care of it, it could last you longer than a year. But we'll see. We'll test it. Shout out to our friends over at Rose Forever New York. Anytime I can support a business that's here in New York, I love that. And a business that's willing to partner with me and give something back to our audience, I love that even more. So congratulations to Melicia. Melicia, email us so we can get that to you before Valentine's Day. Oh, look. And they do ship worldwide, guys. Just an FYI. Which I look. I don't think has anyone ever got me roses? Probably once, but not enough for me not to remember. All right. Let me say thank you. Olivia, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Gorgeous photo, Olivia. Camry, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you as well. Thank you. Is that bubble tea? Look. All right. Should we take callers? Should we take some callers? Because did I talk about everything that I wanted to talk about in regards to this reunion? Pretty much. There was nothing else that I wanted to talk about in this reunion. But they did release the first 7 minutes of the Real Housewives of New Jersey trailer this week. All right. So the new season of the Real Housewives of New Jersey starts Tuesday. And on TikTok, thank you so much for the gifts, Darius. On TikTok, we will have our watch party Tuesday night to watch the premiere of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So they have dropped the first 7 minutes. And as you know already, that there are going to be issues between the Gorgas and Teresa. So they're already talking about what went down at the reunion. And you saw at the reunion, just a refresher, there were issues between Joe Gorga and his sister. All right. So we see them talk about that, and we see that they're invited to this whole situation with Teresa, but she's like, we haven't heard from them, and now they want to invite us to this thing. We also see that what is going on with Jennifer Aydin. I feel like every season we start off a season and she's like, we're recovering from some sort of injury or work. So she's recovering from an injury. We also are introduced to Dolores and her storyline for the season. Look, I know we say Dolores does not have a storyline in sight, and she doesn't. But when we get Dolores and Frank together, there's just something about them that's so necessary for New Jersey because she knows these women. She's so intertwined on both sides, in regards to the friendship groups. But apparently there's an issue between Dolores and Jennifer Aydin that's continuing at the top of this season. Sidebar. I know everyone's like Team Louis all of a sudden. Well, not me. I don't know if you guys have forgotten all the stuff that we reported on in regards to Louis. Louis, they still trying to get you. Whoever you burn bridges with, they still are dropping tea. They still are dropping tea on Louis. I mean, I can't get over the fake Chanel bracelets, allegedly. Look, allegedly, that he gave to the girls. Congratulations to Gia. Gia's going to be working with that attorney. Her name is Attorney Martinez on TikTok, and she does immigration law. And as you know, one of the things that Gia has said is that she wants to become an attorney. And now, of course, with her dad, she's very interested in immigration law. So she's going to be working with Attorney Martinez in immigration law. Look, we should celebrate these moments. We should celebrate these moments. Congratulations to Gia. Stay out of grown folks' business though this season, okay? Okay. I'm just saying. All right. If you are a member of the channel, first of all, Senior Royals, I'm going to drop the call and link for you as well. So I did watch the Real Housewives of New Jersey preview, the first 7 minutes of the season, and I'm already in. And this is why Jersey always gets us, even though it's the same drama every single season. But there's just something so, and maybe because I'm from the tri-state area, there's just something homey about them. But I'm looking at Melissa and Joe with the side eye. Because I don't know what's true from what's not true. But we've been very critical of them the last few seasons, that they have not had a storyline in sight. Especially the last couple of seasons, besides their beef with Teresa. But I'm just like, what are you giving us this season? Honestly. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure I captured these super chats. Hold on. And shout out to our channel members and our mods. We appreciate you guys holding us down in the chat. I just want to make sure I got everything. All right, let me say thank you. We had a couple of super chats as well. Bianca, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, super sticker. Thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you. Debbie, thank you so much for the super chat. Debbie says, you are one of my favorites. I try to catch your lies. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. I think I got all the super chats. If not, I'll do a double check before we end the live. All right. I'm going to drop the call-in link. I see In My Opinions backstage. I'm going to drop the call-in link now for Royal Court members as well. And guys, I will drop it for the general chat because we have over almost 1,500 people watching on multiple platforms. Let's get to 750 likes and I'll drop the call-in link for the entire audience, okay? Again, guys, no profanity, no derogatory statements. We have a zero tolerance policy for it, and it is up to me to decide on that, so just saying. Nicole says, I stay catching a live and then having to go. It's okay. We are live a very long time. I've been talking for an hour and a half. An hour and a half. And for those that are just joining us, I just wanted to remind you guys, today will be our finale for Thirsty Thursdays, but we will return. We will return in some capacity on Thursdays, maybe when the Real Housewives of Orange County begins. You know, I'm not really here for Orange County like that, but you guys want me to talk about it, so I'm sure an announcement will be coming very soon on that new season. Okay? All right. Especially because Tamara's back, and I want to kind of see what Tamara offers. If you are a Royal Court member, I just dropped the call link for you. If you are a Team Kempire member, I'm going to drop the call in link for you as well. All right. All right. And thank you to all of our new subscribers. We see you. We hit over 234,000 subscribers today. All right, let's get to some callers and then I'm gonna get out of here so I can go have some lunch and then see what else is going on. If you missed it, guys, earlier today, I did post a new video talking about, where's my picture of these folks? What did I do with that picture? See, I have so many things back here, y'all. Is this it? Yes. I posted a new video, an update in regards to Neo's divorce from Crystal Renee. We have an update on that in regards to what she's getting in the final divorce situation, which, to be honest with you, I think a lot of people in the comment section are like, that's not a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a lot of people, but it really wasn't a lot of money overall when you think about the amount of children that they have together, the amount of years they were married. So be sure to check out that video if you missed it, and be sure to check out all the videos that you missed this week. Okay, let me talk about Robyn Dixon. I almost forgot to talk about Robyn. Just to give the callers a little something that they want to talk about and weigh in on. So we've been talking about Robyn Dixon all single week, and the story that we did yesterday is that the fans are asking that Robyn be demoted or fired. And some of you said, no, there's plenty of housewives that keep their secrets and don't share the truth. If that was true, we'd be firing a lot of housewives. But I think the other element that people are forgetting is the fact that she decided to want to charge people for her story, and she's coming out after the season ended. Half the time, we don't even know about these housewives that are keeping their secrets and not telling the full story. So Robyn is receiving a lot of backlash right now. And not only Robyn, we also reported to you that according to Carlos King and his sources, he's alleging that some of the ladies, I'm assuming in my opinion, Ashley Darby, Giselle Bryant, and Robyn Dixon, he says that a group of the ladies got together before the season started and made up these rumors about Chris, assuming to distract from the reality of what was going on with Juan Dixon. I couldn't believe that. I was like, really? Wow. All right. Let me put my little disclaimer up. We're gonna take some callers so I can get out of here and go have something to eat because I had breakfast this morning though, but that was like 3 hours ago. Okay, almost 4. All right. Again, shout out to our sponsor of this video, Rose Forever New York. More information is available in the description of this video on how you can get $25 off of your own roses. Valentine's Day is right around the corner if you couldn't tell. Look, if you couldn't tell. So be sure to get, and these roses will last for at least a year, if not longer. But don't forget to use the discount code kempire25 for $25 off of your order. All right. Let me switch this out. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get to some of these calls. Callers, be mindful. There are people waiting after you. No profanity. Short and shady. To the point. Let's not talk about everything that we talked about because we'll be here all day. And I'm hungry. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me do this. In my opinion, I'm going to bring up first. What's going on in my opinion? How are you?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How you doing?
I'm blessed by the best, trying to stay positive.
I know that's right. You sound great. The clarity of your phone or whatever, it's like fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Let me tell you something. First of all, I'm going to go to the New Jersey first, and then I'm going to come back to Robyn.
Oh, Robyn, watch out.
Here's the thing, okay? They wanted to be on this show so bad that they have to get on this show. Then you get on the show, you fight with your sister and her ex-husband, and now he's been deported, okay? At some point, y'all either gonna be together or y'all not. Like, it's not entertaining anymore. It feels like they pick a fight every so often to have something to be on this show for. But if your real life is not that interesting, it's just not that interesting. So they can go.
Oh. Damn. Close.
Listen, here's the thing with Robyn, okay? It's fine if you want to be with a cheater. It's fine if that's what you want to tolerate. But as a strong black female that's supposed to be on here, that's raising boys, that's going to grow up to be these men, that's going to eventually go out and find somebody else. Is this what you want to teach them that they're supposed to do? Like, let's be honest. I don't care if you want to hide it. I don't care if this was a business relationship that y'all put on, but y'all putting this stuff on TV and then y'all fakering and fooling around with this stuff. Like, I don't like it. Like, you're not supposed to play with a marriage. A marriage is supposed to be something between God. And from what I can tell, that marriage stuff still ain't popped up in the system yet. And legal documents. I think they had a commitment ceremony just so she can keep that chick.
Damn.
She ain't above the fakery.
No,
she's been showing us all season about that one.
Clearly.
Let me tell you something. Neck, boy, I'm going to need you to go and find you several seats, okay? Because you sat here and you bringing out stuff on somebody else's marriage that you knew wasn't true. I can't tell you how you feel, but if that man didn't touch you, he didn't do any of this to you, why would you get up there and say, he a sneaky links? He was trying to sleep with you. Like, nothing you said brought me to that point. But then you found out from this woman that Juan was up there paying for hotel. Because let me tell you something. First of all, if a man go down there and put his credit card on anybody's hotel room, you got to know that person. That better be a family member, a friend, somebody. Like, I ain't going down there and putting my credit card on somebody I just met on Instagram. Foolish, you crazy. She could have charged the whole week on that hotel, room service and everything. You that comfortable? If you is, then come on, pay some of these bills too. I got some bills you pay.
Very generous, okay?
You have a good day, Kempire.
You
It was
too.
good seeing you.
You too. Thanks for calling in.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Ooh, hold on, Sharon. I wanted to read this super chat first. I mean, look, I meant to play this TikTok. I mean, I could play it now, y'all. Let me just play it. Hope you guys have time. You guys have a moment? Can I just play this for you guys really quickly? And I want to make sure I cite my sources. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to play this. So this is from, her name on TikTok is, oh, damn. Jerkira Shackleford. So she paid the $5. And shout out to Danielle. She did too, but she breaks down a little bit more what was said in the Patreon. Okay, let me play it for you guys.
For those of you who do not know, let me catch you up to speed. Robyn finally admits on Reasonably Shady that she knew that Juan was talking to somebody during COVID. And if we wanted to know the details and the context of this receipt right here that Giorgio released about this girl, we had to go on Patreon. Now, I told myself I'd be doggone if I paid to hear what Karen told us for free. Well, baby, I'm doggone because I showed it. Let me get straight to it. The whole conversation centers around this receipt right here. So check this out. The girl and Juan are communicating through Instagram. The girl is from Canada, or at least she was in Canada. Somehow this girl done sashayed herself on down to the good old Maryland. Robyn says the girl is already dealing with a Baltimore's Raven player, but she did not come there for Juan. This is according to Robyn. The girl calls Juan from the casino crying because she says somebody stole her wallet and now she don't have the money to pay for her hotel for another day. Now, Juan feeling sorry for this girl because she's crying. He goes down to the hotel to pay for her. He puts his card on file and he get ready to head out. Now, according to Robyn, the girl was like, well, I thought we was going to hang out, whoop-de-woo. He was like, no, I'm not on you like that, you know? And his friend was with him. And so he put her on his friend. If you haven't seen Giorgio's original release of the story, you need to go to Giorgio's page because that's how his friend ties into this story, according to Robyn. Robyn said the girl and Juan's friend hooked up, and eventually the girl emailed Robyn this receipt, which is why we saw Robyn's email at the top of this receipt right here. This was in November 2021. Robyn replied, thank you, which is why the young lady says that Robyn knew about she and Juan being together. Robyn admits Juan and this woman had exchanges off of Instagram via text message, and eventually she started requesting money. Around $4,000 to be exact. And the woman even threatened to go public. And Robyn wasn't concerned about it because she felt like eventually it probably would happen. And she said ultimately Juan was just too nice and Juan needs attention. And that's how all of this came to be. But overall, this situation and the haters, it just draws them closer together and makes them strong. And it's not.
Thank you to Jakira. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find the name on here. Hold on. Wait, Jakira. Oh, Shakira. Sorry. Shakira. Chikera Shackleford on TikTok. Thank you, Shakira, for your $5 and reporting that back. We had a gist of what was said, but I felt like she really broke it down. So I was like, oh, I have to bring this here. Okay. Oh, Robyn. Robyn. So you may recall Robyn said that they had to work through things because of this. But according to Carlos King, he's alleging that these ladies came up with this storyline before the season started in order to avoid this conversation. And High Vibe, which I mentioned this in my coverage of the story, she says, but Kempire, didn't RHOP cast members have a meeting at Andy's baby shower and plotted against Monique? Yep. They did. They did. Oh, where's my... Wait, no, you know I got to play it.
Who said that?
When did she say that? You did.
Thank you, AMS, for the super chat. AMS says, regular Robyn and boring Giselle both need to go. Ashley can shove off too. I mean, to me, what they're being accused of, according to Carlos King, that's pretty serious. That you would... And this is what we said before in regards to Giselle saying that she was uncomfortable. No one said that it was impossible for her to be uncomfortable, but what we got from what we were seeing, it was like, Giselle, are you trying to use this as a storyline? But do you realize the sensitivity of this? And this is why so many people online, and this is why I always hate when a woman comes out and has accusations, people that look like this woman will be the first to sort of dog her out and be like, oh, he didn't want you. You're a liar. This is why people don't come forward. All right. Let me get to the callers because we have a long line. All right, callers. Short and shady. Sharon, I'm going to bring you up first. What's going on, Sharon?
Hey, how you doing, Kempire?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fine today. Yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I didn't get to see you yesterday live.
I know.
Was you weren't on live yesterday?
No, I wasn't. I was out and about. Well, no, I did put videos out, but I was out doing my Pilates and now I'm sore.
Oh, well, I finally got my black champagne, so I'm going to drink my black champagne tonight.
Marceau's?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's good.
Chocolate in the bottle, right?
Chocolate in the bottle.
Okay.
It's really good.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll be celebrating with that. It takes me a month to drink it, but because I'm not a big drinker. But I'll be sipping on that.
Okay.
And I called to let you know that I am a Black History Moment.
Explain.
My great-great-grandfather was one of the founders of Lincoln University in Jefferson City, Missouri.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then another Black History Moment. Do you know this Super Bowl that it'll be the first time two Black quarterbacks go head to head?
Well, you already knew I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sharon, for bringing some little factoids. I love that.
Yeah, and if you have a watch party for the Super Bowl, I don't think I'll be home to watch it. I'm sorry.
Sharon, thank you for calling in.
Yeah, don't forget to root for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay. Thanks, Sharon. Sharon really think I'm going to be having a watch party of football, maybe for the halftime show. I love her, though. She's amazing. Okay. Janelle's backstage. What's going on, Janelle?
Bonjour, Kempire.
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Oh my God, we're both Black History Moments about to happen. Bonjour, look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Anyways, okay, so I tuned in halfway. So I'm not sure if you talked about this today, and I didn't get a chance to look at your Tuesday takeover about Roni Legacy.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, now hold on. Let me rewind. So I was gonna make a TikTok about this, but I was like, let me talk about it with Kempire first. Yeah.
Thank you.
So people on Instagram, like the people I follow and stuff, everyone's like, oh my God, it's dead in the water, dead in the water. And Andy goes like, oh, don't believe all that you can read. First off, in my opinion, it's going to happen still.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you why it's still going to happen. Because I'm a screenwriter, and my goal is to join the Writers Guild, which is the union for screenwriters that make all the TV shows and films that y'all love to watch. They're about to go on strike in the spring if the streamers don't pay them what they're asking to get paid. So if the writers go on strike, you're not going to see any of your TV shows. Like if anyone has any recollection of what happened back in 2007, 2008, that strike went on for a good 9 months, honey. Okay? And Hollywood was at a standstill because you can't make stuff without your writers, and writers are not going to be willing to cross union lines to do whatever work. So because of that, Deadline reported that reality producers are looking forward to the boom in unscripted programming, because that is what streamers and networks are going to go towards once the Writers Guild goes on strike. Also, side note, Screen Actors Guild may also be going on strike as well around the same time, because they're up for contract negotiations, because due to streamers don't pay residuals like the networks do. And actors are like, well, we don't have the residuals like the actors, like Friends.
Yeah.
Like that keeps being brought up. Friends are still receiving residuals years later, and that show went off the air 20 years ago. So with those two guilds going on strike, possibly, they're going to have to shift to reality programming. And because of that, Bravo, Peacock, NBC Universal, they're probably not going to give everything that the women want for Running Legacy, but they're going to probably lean in a bit because they're not going to have the scripted programming to fill in the gaps. And I saw what Peacock is asking from writers for TV mandates, the shows that they want to produce for that streaming service. I took a look at it the other day, and those they're not the best ideas what they want from writers, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't be knowing, but even though I do be knowing, they're not going to be able to fulfill those requests because they're not going to have writers.
Yeah.
So Running Legacy, in my frank opinion, is going to happen. The women are not going to make $1 million because there's not going to just be that many episodes to facilitate that type of paycheck.
Yeah.
But they're going to get paid well. Bravo's going to give in some to them because they need the programming and they need something for Peacock.
Or they'll just move on without Jill Zarin.
Is Jill Zarin the holdout?
Yep.
Girl, bye.
Exactly. My thing is
Girl,
they could move on without Jill.
I mean, if they can do it without Ramona, you don't think they can do it without you, girl? Come on, stop it. You're not worth $1 million. Remember when you came back on Ultimate Gold Strip and you tried to recreate that scary island moment and it wasn't scary and no one cared and barely anybody flinched? Was I the only one who saw that? Stop it. Oh my God. People, oh my God. People
I love that you bring up a good point. First of all, I with the report Paychecks was coming out that Bravo and NBC has lost interest. I believe they've lost interest, but I didn't think it was dead in the water.
Right.
But you bring up a really good point but this is something that we need to be thinking about in the future too, in regards to other shows and other networks, that if this is happening, the boom of reality TV might be about to resurge. Because remember, it has seen a little bit of a slump.
And also the thing is that due to inflation, due to the current economic status here in America, and also in other Western world, like other Western countries as well, with the inflation, if people have been noticing, a lot of TV shows, a lot of scripted TV shows have been canceled. Shows that are in the bank. Like when I say that, I mean the entire season has been filmed. Like the editing is done. They're now waiting for a premiere date. And streaming services and networks are canceling them. Like there's a show I read about the other day that had DeWanda Wise as one of the stars. She filmed the whole season and now it got canceled before it ever premiered. And now the producers are shopping around to other networks. So because networks are trying to cut costs because they still haven't bounced back from the pandemic.
Damn.
So because they haven't bounced back financially and inflation is going through the roof, and we may get a recession this summer, we don't know. I mean, this is all government shit. And also if we don't raise the debt ceiling come this summer, shit's gonna get real. But in turn, the programming we're going to see, due to the high cost that scripted television costs versus the cheap costs of reality TV programming and how that gets filmed, because people are going to get paid probably less than what the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City gets paid.
Oh, damn.
So think about that. Think about how cheap people are willing to get paid to be on reality TV. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a resurgence, in my opinion, if the Writers Guild goes on strike, and even more so if Screen Actors Guild also goes on strike, because they're both having contract negotiations this year.
So Zeus will live on.
Lord, not the zoo.
All right, Janelle, I gotta go, but thank you so much for bringing that perspective.
I feel like I was talking so much. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. We appreciate the perspective. Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome. All right, I'll talk to you later. Eat something. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. All right, let's get to these callers. Hold on. Miss Brooklyn Diamond's backstage. We're going to bring her up next. Hold on. Hey, Miss Brooklyn Diamond.
Hi, everybody. The situation with Robyn, I don't think Robyn's going anywhere. Giselle is the EP, and I think Giselle keeps her on to give her friend a check because she's got nothing else, no other income going on. Because that story doesn't really make any sense. If I'm dealing with a Raven player, I'm checking for Juan. Come on, that doesn't make any sense. The other thing I wanted to say with the whole Tom Girardi thing, there's a big issue because he was diagnosed by a psychologist, and psychologists really are not the people to diagnose Alzheimer's. They want him to be diagnosed by a neurologist, who would be the one who would diagnose the Alzheimer's. So I think that's going to go back and forth in court for quite some time to get a proper diagnosis or a medical diagnosis because psychologists can't do that.
Mhm.
And the other thing, I think Erika will skate on this issue because you can't prove what she knew
Yeah.
concerning what was going on in the law firm. She wasn't an employee, she wasn't there, but she will have to answer for the money that EJ Global did receive illegally from the law firms and the tax evasion that happened with that. And they will strip her of any of the gifts or have her pay back any of the funds that were used to forward her little failing career and and all of that other stuff. So I don't think, as far as the indictment and the whole thing with the Girardi Keys situation, Erika most likely will not go down for that. She'll get hit financially on the other end of that. As for Jersey, people say Melissa and Joe don't have a storyline. Teresa don't have a storyline either. Okay, Teresa's storyline is that Melissa and Joe can't stand her. I stopped watching Jersey a long time ago when they brought her back, and this is a pattern with Bravo. You keep bringing back convicted felons, people with questionable character, people who have committed crimes, whatever it is, and then you get upset because the fans aren't into it. Miami is doing good because although Alexia is problematic, there is a core friendship there, and nobody is committing crimes. You see what happened with Beverly Hills. People turned on that. You see people kind of checked out of Atlanta with Marlo and the nastiness. Say what you want about Roni and Ramona, but Roni was doing good until you had the Leah McSweeney and the nastiness that came with that. People want to be entertained. People don't want to deal with the nastiness anymore. And until they realize that, even with, Love and Marriage, Huntsville and all of that, there's conflict, but there's not this just general evilness that's being perpetrated, and we have enough of that in the world. I don't want to turn on my TV and see it on my television. I want to laugh at some little light shade and be entertained. So I think the reality, Bravo needs to take a look at their formula and really think about changing it, and that's all.
All right, Miss Brooklyn Diamond, thank you so much for sharing your perspective. Have a good day. Okay. All right, let's get to some more callers, guys. We have, how many people are in the building? Hold on. We got over 1,400 people in the building, guys. Let's get to 800 likes. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, shout out to our friends over at Rose Forever here in New York City. And congratulations to Melicia on winning a gift from them today. And don't forget, you can get a gift for yourself or your loved one for Valentine's Day by using the discount code kempire25 for $25 off of your order. All right, let's get to some of these callers, guys, and let me get out of here because now I'm hungry. Tyler, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Tyler?
Hi, Kempire.
Hey.
So, about Miss Robyn, very briefly. I don't think that anyone on the cast should be fired. I think it's the issue with production. They see things and they don't stop it in the middle of production. Like, it was so obvious that storyline with Giselle and Chris was forced. Whether Giselle felt that way, I'll give you this. I think that she felt that way then, but I think she had long got over it. It was obvious that she was pulling something to deflect, and production doesn't do a good job. They're sitting there kikiing, like I said, because we just had a good scene where the girls were arguing about, over drinks and things like that. The production needs to, seriously look at what's going on. Like, how are they able to hide that? Because I remember on the glory days of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, if they were sitting there, you could tell when they paused scene and production was like, you all are not giving what's the truth. We need you to speak on what's true. You could tell. So I feel as though, yes, Robyn was wrong and Giselle, but I feel like it's a production issue. I really do. As far as the Real Housewives of New Jersey, I mean, Bravo needs to get to the point where maybe sometimes they need to just look at, maybe we ran seasons too long. New Jersey has well reached its peak. How long is Melissa and Teresa going to argue? I'm over it. Like, let's just goodbye. Usher in some new cities. In Jersey, Jersey is more diverse now too. Maybe they need to. The world is more diverse now too. Not saying always stick a black girl or another race into these housewife franchise, but the reason why some of these shows are not connecting is because it does not look like what the actual world looks like now. So people cannot relate. That's what's going on. They're keeping people past their peak. The reason why Potomac or whatever may work is because that's what Potomac and DC gives. In Atlanta, it's boring, but it's not because of it's to me, it's more of a personality issue, but that's what Atlanta looks like. Beverly Hills, I said Giselle. Garcelle was a great addition. Now add more people. It's just I think that's what's going on with some of these shows. And it was too late for them to do that with New York. I feel like they should have been did that with New York and ushered in new girls because those girls were getting tired. But that's all.
Thanks, Tyler, for calling in. Okay. All right, we're going to get to some more callers, guys. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel so you can see the new video that we posted, the visual version of our podcast. And don't forget to subscribe to the Kempire Radio podcast. And don't forget to rate and review us. I'm going to bring up Adrian next. Hold on. What's going on, Adrian?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, so let me try to get this quickly, and then you gotta leave. So as far as Robyn, I hate to do this to my soror, but girl, like I am so over this. I would want her to be fired. However, the only reason why I want her to come back is because I want to see her answer for this. I want to answer for the Coppin State thing and what she did and didn't know. I know she's gonna pull the I can't talk about it. I don't care. I want to see her say something about it. I want to see her answer for this because she has continued to ride Giselle's coattails and hide and duck and dodge. They have demanded that Karen spill all of her and Ray's tea. But yet you don't want it. You want her to just say what it is about their arrangement. When we talk about you and Juan's arrangement, if you just want to be with a cheater and just say that, this is my cheater, I'm not leaving him. Stop sending me receipts. I don't care because it is what it is. Because that none of that story made any type of sense. I asked way too many questions. First of all, men are not that kind. What man do you know is going to pay for a room for a woman he is not sleeping with who's in town to see somebody else? She's in town to see a Baltimore Rainbow. If you can call Juan, why couldn't you call him? And she said that she needed somebody to pay for the room for another night. Well, how was it paid for initially? Who paid for the first night? When you book a room, you have to put a credit card down and tell them how many nights you staying. So even if you did lose your card, they would have still had your, you know what I'm saying? If you lost your wallet, they would have still had your card. So what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. And Rob, and you're not asking, and the thing that makes women upset is because you would rather do this. Well, people are just jealous. She's just a thought. She just wants attention and da-da-da-da-da. Instead of looking to him and saying, why in the world, if he wasn't entertaining her, there would be nothing to work through.
Again.
But you don't want to answer for that, but you want to demand that Karen explain to you that her and her husband of a certain age and 20-something years of marriage, solid, strong, have an understanding because of where he is in his stage of life. You want an answer about that, but you don't want anybody to ask you about why your young, agile man is thotting and bopping all over Georgetown.
With a woman that looks like Karen, allegedly.
With a woman that looks like Karen, no less. And lastly, you mentioned the Netflix show You. My little cousin plays on that show. Her name, she plays Mary Ann. That's my little cousin Tatiana. Her stage name is Tati Gabrielle, but that's my little cousin Tatiana. But she's Mary Ann, and she plays on Kaleidoscope. She plays Giancarlo Esposito's daughter on Kaleidoscope. It's like a heist type of show. It's also on Netflix. So check her out. That's my little cousin. I'm very, very proud of her. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, Adrian. Okay. Thank you for letting us know. Now I'm going to be like, oh, wait a second. Okay.
Yes, that's my little cousin. All right. Talk
Thanks,
to you later.
Adrian. Take care.
Okay, bye.
All right. We have 3 more callers. No one else call in. Callers, I'm hungry. Short and shady. Blame everyone that was before you. They're the reason. Okay? All right. Alex, I'm going to bring you up for a short and shady comment. What's going on, Alex?
Hello, Kempire.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I only saw bits and pieces. I was at the hospital, so I'm only getting bits and pieces.
Oh, well, I hope you're okay.
Not me. My grandma has cancer, so she's getting she's getting chemo.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry.
yeah. So I did see the part about Mary Cosby. what I feel like we're all glossing over is the fact that she did this Asian accent mimicking Asian people's accents. And then she also did, she said that the drugs were coming from Mexicans across the border. One, that was so random. I don't know why she mentioned that. And two, it's racist. And I don't understand why we gloss over it. It's so weird to me that we want her back. How about some new people instead of like
Utah's
someone
homegirl
that's already gone? It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. And then also, I wanted to talk about, oh Lord, it's slipping my mind. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about about Beverly Hills and all these different shows and how the world, it's so like so much that TV is an escape for so many people. And then just to be bombarded like with situation was like, it was just like so nasty that it was not an escape for anybody. That's why I feel like Beverly Hills is not as popular as it once was. And then I also wanted to talk about Robyn. I feel like I want her to come back, like Karen was saying. I feel like I want her to come back Karen said on her YouTube that Robyn's coming back for the next season. I feel like I do want her to come back to answer for these things and then leave after this next season. After that, then fire her. But I want her to answer, and I want Candace to rip her up.
Well,
please. And Wendy
together.
Tag team right now. I don't know, whatever you got to do. And I got everybody jump on these. You can like reserve the spot, and you might get chosen for the Beyonce concert. I got that, child. I woke up at 6:00. I was ready. I was waiting for that Instagram. I was waiting for her to drop it because word on the street was she was going to, and she did. Okay. So I had to get that.
Okay, Alex with a T. All right. Thanks, Alex, for calling in.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You
Go
too.
eat.
Thank you. Wow. Let me say thank you. We had a couple of super chats as well. I want to say thank you. April, thank you so much for the super chat. April says, like they say in the service when presenting awards, to Shakira, thank you for your hard work and dedication to the mission, for paying the Shakira from TikTok for paying the $5. Yes, thank you, April. In my opinion, thank you so much for the super chat. In my opinion, says Juan didn't attend the reunion either, so Juan's still not here. Which to me is insane that Juan would not be here, and this is the season that you got married. Okay. Tony Ann, thank you so much for the super chat. Tony Ann, a super sticker. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Tony Ann. We appreciate you. All right. All right. Finally, these last two callers. Braylon, I'm going to bring you up. Hold on. Oh, wait. There we go. Hey, what's going on, Braylon?
What's going on, good sir? I have been a long time fan of your content and just you. I'll keep it very short.
Thank you.
The first thing when you think about Bravo, it originally was for arts and culture, and like Bravo Encore. And to the young lady that talked about the guild, they need to diversify what Bravo means. I don't know if that's an advertising campaign of what is Bravo to you, but you have housewives who have businesses. Shouldn't there be like a business contest like Big Shot with Bethany? Couldn't there be a next search for the next housewives? Diversify what Encore means to you. And I think if they would expand that, I think they'll be better off, because when you get pigeonholed, yes, there's diversity in your uniqueness, but you can also be held by your uniqueness. And by the way, I do want to mention my state real quick. Ebony Magazine was founded in Arkansas. John Johnson was born in Arkansas City, Arkansas. So I know Ebony doesn't like to mention Arkansas in that history, but just in case y'all did not know, now you do. Love you, Kempire. Hope that I can come on maybe as a co-host for a full hour, because I would love to just hang out with you.
Thank you, Braylon. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for that little factoid. Take care. All right. Let me just hold this. Hold on. And then we're going to bring up Bambina next. Hold on one second. What's going on, Bambina?
Hi, Kempire.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
And I agree with everything the last caller just said. That was really insightful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to say I'm a big fan of Roni, but I really think that Jill Zarin could be. We don't need her at all. We don't need Joe. I don't know if you're that familiar, but I've been watching, and she is a snake in the grass. Okay, she did Bethany dirty as she really. You remember, right?
Yeah, I'm a big Roni fan too.
So I don't know why she's asking for so much money.
Yeah,
she's kind of a liability.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brandy, I feel like her and she's like has the potential to go back and sue them and do, you know, if she doesn't get her way. She's that type of person.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, that's all I really want to say.
All right, Bambino, we appreciate you calling in.
Okay, take care.
You too. Bye. Wow, we talked about a lot, guys, and we've been live for over 2 hours. Look, but no, we did it. We did it. Let me switch this out, y'all. And this is the finale of our Thirsty Thursdays. We will be back in a couple of weeks or a few weeks when, you know, maybe Real Housewives of Orange County returns. But look, as I said to you before, I'm prioritizing and making sure I'm managing my time correctly so I can finally put out a new episode of our podcast, Kempire Radio. I will be working on a new episode, so stay tuned to that. If you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. It's a different experience on the podcast, and there are certain things that I include in the audio version that I don't include in the visual version. But be sure to subscribe to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to the Kempire Shorts channel as well. That's new. Let's get to 1,000 followers over there. If everyone in this chat followed, we would be already over it. Just saying. Mods, if we can post the link to the Shorts channel and our podcast in the live chat, that'd be great. And shout out to the sponsor of this video, Rose Forever New York. Yes, look how rich and beautiful. These are real, y'all. Look how rich and beautiful these are. Don't forget, you can get $25 off with the discount code KEMPIRE25. KEMPIRE25 for $25 off. Valentine's Day is only 12 days away. Literally, it's like 11 days at this point. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Shout out to the members of our channel. We appreciate you guys supporting the channel on a monthly basis. We do not take that lightly. It does help us to continue to grow and do videos, content that sometimes that gets demonetized or doesn't get the same amount of views that you need to keep a channel going and keep us creating. So thank you to our channel members. If you would like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. And don't forget to check out our new website, thekempire.com, for all of the information, for merch, all those things. I will see you all in the next video. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot I had a super chat. And thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. And says, sending black card energy to the chat. I like you people on Netflix having married into a Jewish family. It felt familiar and it was funny. Oh, see, I can see that. I can see it. It's like, to me, I don't think it was as bad as people said it was, but I can see why people didn't connect, because I felt like Jonah Hill and Lauren London didn't have like on-screen chemistry. And I think that's because Jonah Hill wanted to be in the movie when he probably should just direct it and wrote it. Or cast someone else. But I like Lauren London. And I was glad to see her back acting. Anyways, guys. Happy, happy, happy Black History Month. As always, I want to hear your factoid replay crew, your favorite Black History factoid that most people don't know about in the comment section, and your thoughts on any of what we've covered, from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion, the Roni legacy situation being all messed up, Mary Cosby possibly coming back, your thoughts on Below Deck Adventure, your thoughts on the Traitors. I'm watching it the second time. I'm almost done. Just your thoughts on anything that we covered today. Thank you to our moderators, the King's Guards. Thank you to everyone watching on TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and of course on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow us on all of those platforms, guys. Let's get out of here with some music, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that may be. Bye, guys.
I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer.
gone with the summer. Yeah. Once again, I'm gone with the summer. They be trying to count us out, we highly endowed. They must not know what's at stake, what we fighting about. There's tradition to a wordsmith, the missile shooter. I'm my automatic sniper, I bet this'll do ya. I give reason and ether to all the line soldiers. I'm undefeated, my region remains on my shoulders. I've cried nights, that's only because of highlights. I find life in knowing I'm playing mine right. Wicked crimes from them wannabe crown. Try to lead me to the deep where I might cunningly drown. At times I thought they got me where they wanted me now. But like the sun, I rise up when I don't wanna be down, and that's real. I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. They ain't never been eye to eye with Satan in the broad daylight. Gone left while they all sway right. A true maverick, unbothered by what y'all made right. A naysayer slayer, I'm filleting all daylight. Yeah, we in that upside down, I manage not to sink. They keep our eyes wide shut, I manage not to blink. Another decade or maybe they not faking. Maybe it's more to it, maybe we got taken advantage of. Either way, the damage is done. The bottom feeders get to eat all them glamorous crumbs. Where all them seekers of truth, the speakers of the youth. We come and go with the summers, keep believing in you. I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. Yeah, yeah. Once again, I'm gone with the summer.